At my housewarming, my sister announced, "Your $960,000 house is perfect for my kids." Then Mom said, "Pack your bags." I smiled, took out my phone, and showed them the document that changed everything. I bought my house in cash. $960,000. I'm 29. I haven't slept more than 5 hours a night in 6 years. While my sister Chloe was finding herself on spiritual retreats I paid for, I was grinding in software architecture. When I finally closed on the mid-century modern estate of my dreams, I made the mistake of inviting my family over for a housewarming dinner. The moment Chloe walked in, she didn't say congratulations. She didn't even take off her shoes. She just ran her hand along the marble countertop and smirked. "Wow, Leo, you really outdid yourself," she said, her voice dripping with that fake sweetness I've learned to loathe. "The backyard is huge. The twins will finally have room to run." I paused, mid-pour of a $200 bottle of scotch. "The twins? Yeah, they'll love visiting on holidays." Chloe exchanged a look with my mother, a look that made the ice in my glass feel warm. "Visiting?" Mom chimed in, setting her coat down like she owned the place. "Leo, don't be difficult. You're one man in a 5-bedroom house. Chloe is a single mother living in a cramped 2-bedroom apartment. It's time to be the big brother we raised you to be." I felt the familiar tightening in my chest. The years of being their ATM, their backup plan, their reliable one. "It's settled then," Chloe said, already opening my fridge. "Your house is perfect for my kids. I've already picked out the master suite for myself. The light is better for my TikToks." I didn't yell. I didn't get angry. I just took a sip of my drink. "And where am I supposed to go, Chloe?" Mom stepped toward me, her face hardening into that mask of maternal authority she used to control me since I was a kid. "You have plenty of money, Leo. You can get a nice condo near the office. Rent is fine for a bachelor. Pack your bags by Sunday. Chloe needs to get the kids settled before the school year starts." The room went silent. They expected me to crumble. They expected the good son to nod and hand over the keys. Instead, I smiled. It wasn't a happy smile. It was the smile of a man who had predicted this exact move 6 months ago. "You're right, Mom," I said quietly. "Family is everything." Chloe beamed. "I knew you'd understand. I'll bring the movers on Friday." "Wait," I said, reaching into my pocket. "Before you bring the movers, there's something you need to see." I actually anticipated us all living together, so I had some paperwork drawn up. I pulled out my phone and opened a PDF. I handed it to my mother. Her eyes scanned the document. Then they widened. The color drained from her face so fast I thought she might faint. "What is it?" Chloe snatched the phone. Her jaw dropped. A deed of trust? What is this? "Who is Vanguard Holdings LLC?" I leaned back against the counter, my voice calm, cold, and utterly controlled. "That document shows that I don't technically own this house anymore. I sold the title to a private holding company I established last month. And that holding company? It has a very strict no occupancy clause for anyone not listed as a primary tenant." "You're the owner of the company, Leo." "Just change it," Mom hissed. "I can't," I lied smoothly. "The company is managed by a third-party legal firm. But here's the best part. Look at the second page." Chloe scrolled down, her fingers trembling. "That," I pointed to the screen, "is the eviction and asset recovery notice for the condo you're currently living in, Chloe, the one I've been paying the lease on for 3 years. Since you decided my house is perfect for your kids, I decided to stop the payments. Effective tonight." You're kicking us out?" Chloe shrieked. "Where are we supposed to go?" "To the spiritual retreat you loved so much," I said, taking another sip of scotch. "Or maybe Mom's place. But you won't be staying here, and you won't be staying there." Mom gripped the edge of the table. "Leo, you can't do this to your sister." "To your mother." "We are your blood." "Blood is just a liquid." "Mom, it doesn't pay $1 million mortgage," I replied. "You told me to pack my bags, but I think you both should start packing yours. The locks on the condo are being changed at midnight." I walked over to the front door and held it open. The evening air was crisp. "The housewarming is over," I said. Chloe started to cry, the loud, performative sob that usually got her whatever she wanted. I didn't blink. "Out," I said. My voice wasn't loud, but it had the weight of a falling guillotine. They left, hurling insults and curses until the door clicked shut. I locked it. I turned off the lights. I sat in the silence of my $960,000 house alone. It was the most expensive silence I'd ever bought, and it was worth every penny.